Hello, everybody. I miss you already. I'm not there today. Uh, you have a sub, and I know that your sub is going to be awesome, no matter who it is. Make sure you're paying attention to this video. I'm going to be going over all the steps for today. Um, so it's a little bit early in the morning. It's about 2:50. Something came up kind of randomly, but I will see you on Thursday. We're going to be doing all of this stuff today. I'm going to be going over each and every step. So make sure you're paying attention. You can pause this video whenever you need to. I'm going to start with a brand spanking new notebook in today's work. We're going to open up to slide 3, just like normal. So you're going to go to today's work. I know it looks like there's a lot. Don't worry. We're going to go through every step. All right? It's going to be exciting, especially this part down here, but we'll get there. It's a surprise. So please go to today's work, notebook 11. I know you guys are like, what kind of surprise? You'll see. It has to do with when you were talking about where you want to travel in your life. Remember that? All right. So slide 3 says what we're doing for now. We're going to be doing some choice reading. That's the surprise I was talking about, where you get to pick your poison, as it were, and talk about going to new places. We're going to be talking about ethos, pathos, and logos. We're also going to be doing some ACT work. It says on the actual stream, ACT practice as well. That's why it says that, because we're going to be going over the ACT stuff too. Remember, the ACT is on March 9th. That's right around the corner, baby. But you don't worry. You're going to do awesome. Even if you don't know some of the stuff that I've been shoving at you, I'm just trying to mostly get you prepared for how the test looks. Okay? So don't you worry about a thing. You're going to do great. As I said before, quizzes are on pause until after the ACT. I'm going to be using other stuff as quiz grades. And expect everything to go back to normal after the ACT. We're going to have quizzes again. So we got that. So Raven, for the future, we can see in a few weeks, you're going to start a persuasive paper on your topic of choice. So lots of choice coming up. It's the best ever, right? Skip slide 4. It's just saying that vocab paradox are on pause. You know what this is. So go to slide 5. Make sure you're on there. If you're on your phone, get off your phone. I see you. I don't see you. And if you're not on your phone, you're amazing. So you're going to click this. Go to forms. Give yourself 10 minutes to do this. Or, self-paced here. But don't surpass 10 minutes. This is just to expose you to comma placement on the ACT. So you're going to look at this after putting your first and last name here. You're going to figure out from A, B, C, or D where commas should go. Not D. Just forewarning there. Commas don't go at the end of sentences, so D should never really be an option. So that gives you one A through C. All right, my dudes? So please get through that. You can pause me now if you need some time, or you can keep going if you want all of the directions at once. You can always scrub forward and pass what I'm saying right now. I'm going to close this. You should get it all the way done and submit it. It's graded on participation. Even if you flop, it's worth 10 points just for trying. You gotta try, okay? Even if it shows you that you don't know anything about commas, I'm trying to prepare you so that you know sometimes we don't know what we don't know, all right? All right, darling, here's what we're doing for the rest of the time. I know the notebook was like, oh, we worked on it for like 2 minutes and now it's gone. So most of the stuff is on Google Classroom. That's why we have so much there. So don't feel intimidated. You're going to do great. So We're going to work on a writing practice, reading practice, ethos, pathos, logos, and something called worldlet en route. Worldlet en route means worldlet traveling. So close your notebook for me. That'll free up your Wi-Fi, right? I know I said writing first in the notebook, but I want to do reading first because I kind of just had a way with like doing this. So you're going to open this up. Bop. All right. So don't do the title page. There's nothing to do on the title page. It's just explaining why we do this, what you should be able to do. You're not going to read this, but if you're drawn to it, these are the directions, but I'm also going to run them through. Go to page 2. So you're going to read the stuff on the left. These are actual excerpts from the ACT that are retired. I'm not giving you the answers. Miss Lana's not like that. But I do want you to know what to expect. So you're going to take some optional notes if you want to on what's going on here. Like if you find it hard to focus, hint, hint, write a little like baby summary, a couple of words about each paragraph if you want to. I'm not making you do it. This is you know how there's different types of reading on the reading test that we went over 2 weeks ago? This is one of those prose passages where it's fiction. It's not a science one. Remember that geology one where we were talking about how rocks are formed? That was fun. For me. I don't know about you. This is 2 pages long, this reading A. So, take your time. You're good. It's okay if you don't understand some parts of it. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to make you feel like you can't understand parts of it. It's trying to make you freak out. But you know what? You are perfect just the way you are. If you don't understand parts of it, you're normal. And then on 4, because this is still part of day 1, we're not going to stray into day 2 territory. Let me show you day 2. Yeah, don't go there. So you're actually going to be doing, what is it? Pages 2 through 6 of this, but look at how big that font is. Don't worry, you're good. So once you're done with the reading, you're going to go to the questions. I think I said that the reading was 2 pages. It's 3 because the pages aren't that long, as you can see. Answer the questions. You take your time with this, okay? Take your time. The reading the reading part itself is going to be time, but you're only going to have 4 of these passages. So give yourself you should have 8.5 minutes, and it's probably not going to take you more than 8.5 minutes, but if it does, you're okay. We're going to go over the answers together when I get back. If it takes you more than 8.5 minutes, then just know that time is what you're going to need to pay attention to, because usually you have 8.5 minutes to read this, which is more like, educated skimming, and then answering 10-ish questions. For here it's 6. Okay? Don't worry about time. If you worry about time, then it's going to go slower because you're going to get in your head about it. We all feel like that. You're normal if you feel like that. You just do you. If you run out of time, you run out of time on the test. It's not a big deal. It's trying to make you freak out. So once you're done with that, you're going to go to, and you can pause me now if you need to work on that for a little bit. If you want to keep listening to the directions before you do anything, go to practice 2 ACT writing prep. Open it up. I really wish I was just with you so that I could explain everything super in depth, but I think you'll understand this because you're smart. I know you. Look at prompt 1. So this is slide 2. This doesn't really say anything, just, the title. So go to slide 2. Let's read this together for a sec. It says prompt number 1, a school board is concerned that the state's requirements for core courses in math, English, science, social studies might prevent students from taking important elective courses. So don't stop spacing out. This is talking so far about how elective courses are important. That's the Reader's Digest of this. TLDR, elective courses are important, like music, world languages, and construction, engineering, finance, auto, that kind of stuff that, if you want to work in trades, like super matters. If you want to work in trades, you're super awesome, by the way. The school board is considering 3 proposals. One of them is to lengthen the school day to provide students with the opportunity to take more elective courses. Would you want your school day lengthened to take more elective courses? Up to you. When I was your age, I'd be like, nope. The second proposal is to offer elective courses during the summer. We do that too, but to take more of them, The third proposal is to decrease the time in core courses and add extra periods for electives. So that would be like if having me, your English teacher, hello, nice to meet you, for less time in the day. And then having more time for construction and other courses, adding another one in there that's an elective. So you could take choir in addition to art. You know what I'm talking about? So analyze all 3 perspectives, their positives and negatives. Yes, you are choosing your courses right now, so this is kind of a cool time to have this show up. So you know how that there are 3 different proposals here? We are going to talk about each one, or you are, for me. I want to see your opinions. All of the directions are here. Let's go over them for a second. So this is on slide 3. It says brainstorm all 3 sides, all 3 perspectives. 1 proposal, 2 proposal, 3 proposal. Okay? Brainstorm all 3 sides. Identify which of the 3 you support. If you had to pick your poison, you can't say none of them. Well, not yet, at least. Come up with at least 1 reason why you support that perspective. Out of the other 2, figure out which you do not or do support. Come up with at least reason each why you support or don't both of those. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you support all 3 because you're indecisive. It's okay, some of us are. Figure out which one is the best out of the 3, Oops. And then come up with a hypothetical scenario for each one, working or not working. So you could say the first proposal wouldn't work because nobody would want their school day lengthened and people would get tired by the end of the day. That's a hypothetical situation. That's legit. You can use that as evidence. For this one, you would have to think of a different thing that either would show it working or not working. Maybe you think the first proposal will work. Tell me how it will work. That is the quote-unquote evidence. Same with the third one. So this is how it's going to be on the actual ACT, because they do have a writing portion. That's why we're doing this, not just because I like to torture you. Just kidding, I don't. You are going to have 3 different options, just like this, for a different prompt. And you're going to figure out which ones you agree with and which ones you don't. And you're going to come up with those hypothetical situations, just like we did right now. You're super good at figuring out why things would work or wouldn't work. I know that because I've talked to you or read your writing. All right? You're going to do great on this. All right. So if you need to go back here and read this, if you need to scrub back and hear me explain this again, this is new. But you did do this with the intelligent machines as well. It's really not that new. I just kind of disguised it the last time we did it. So you're going to do 4 through 6 now, where you say, do you support it, yes or no? So I know that I don't support it, so I'm going to say no. Why? Give a reason. I don't agree with this. And you wouldn't say I on the actual ACT, but you can with me now. You would say, this is not a good option instead of I don't agree with it. You say this is not a good option. Because students would be tired at the end of the day. How would this look in real life? Well, okay, so let's say, I'm going to say let us. Let us say that school in this situation would go until 5 p.m. I know it hurts to think about. I mean, I love you guys, and I know you like me, but 5 p.m. I don't know. Um, in this scenario, students who are already tired by the time they get to school, don't lie, would be absolutely devoid of energy. Some would also, here's another hypothetical scenario. Some would also not be able to work. I know you were thinking about it, me too, to work the hours they could at their jobs after school. And you would like talk about that stuff. So essentially, like, pretend you're a lawyer and you're trying to put lengthening the school day to jail. Okay? Just pretend that. Um, I'm actually gonna get rid of this because if I keep it here, it's going to show up in your notebook when you or your slideshow when you open it. So if you need to, you can scrub back and see this. You can take a picture of it, whatever you want. You cannot use my answer, but it can inspire you. Like, you can talk about the same stuff that I talk about in your own words because I know you're thinking about the same thing. But you can also say yes and then like say why and then give a scenario where it's working. I'm not trying to make you say no to lengthening the school day. It's up to you. Summer electives, you could talk about your own experience with summer gym, for example, or talk about how you would want to do it, but don't say I. Like, students would want to do this instead of just you. Okay? You're going to do the same exact thing. You say if you support it, yes or no, why, you're going to type that there, and then you're going to give like detailed hypothetical scenario of kids actually going to summer electives and liking them, or kids not doing it, not wanting to do it, or if it messes up something else. You can disagree with all these too. It's really just based on your own true opinions. Shortening core classes and adding extra periods, so like an hour English instead of an hour and a half, you know? Do you support it? Yes or no? Why? And how would this look in real life? Think about this for real, not just for comfort. Think about it for real. Like, what if seriously we had less time together? What if seriously you had less time in math? You would still get the same work, you just wouldn't have as much practice. So think about it practically. I know that's like such a teacher thing to say, like, oh, think about how you wouldn't get enough practice, but it's true. So once you're done with 4 through 6, you're done with this. So you can pause me now if you want to, or you can watch me. This is going to be the easiest part of the day. I know it seems like a lot, but this is going to be the easiest part. It's all relatively easy and straightforward. It's just like a lot of different places. So I apologize for that, but there's really no better way of doing it because they're all different topics, you know? So this is going to be about ethos, pathos, and logos. Some of you guys might know what this is. Some of you guys might have learned before and then forgot. Some of you guys have never heard about it before. That is cool. We got a mixed bag. So you're going to do slides just 2 and 3, not or, sorry. It's not optional. 2 and 3. 2 says, can you be persuaded? I want you to talk about a time where you or a family member have been persuaded by an ad. I did this with another class and I got some funny answers. Like, there was this one kid who said that his mom bought one of those chin straps that's supposed to help with double chins because it was supposed to help. And he was like wearing it around and it didn't work. But you got it because of the ad was persuasive. Talk about ads being persuasive down here. Talk about a time when an ad made you laugh or cry. I don't think I've ever cried from an ad. I don't think I've ever laughed out loud either, but like on the inside. Like, you know those ads from Sarah McLachlan where it's like in the arms of the angels for ASPCA. ASPCA. Blah, 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 blah. Look. Yeah, like these. You know what I'm talking about? Those are always sad. You cry on the inside. Nobody wants to see a sad dog. One a kid from another class was talking about how like the people who video this must be like total sociopaths because they're not doing anything to help the dogs. He had a good point, but they do set these up, you know. All right. So cute. Look at him or her. So think about a time where it's been like that. If I use the ad that you were thinking about, you can talk about it, but it has to be your own experience or somebody you know. Like sometimes ads can be disturbing too. It doesn't like, you know, what was it? Baby puppy monkey from the Super Bowl a couple years ago. I remember being viscerally disturbed by that. So if, do something like that where an ad made you feel a certain type of way. Okay, for 3, you got to tell me if these are facts or opinions. The elf is there. Yes, I see it too, but it's relative to what we are going to talk about. So, Batman is the greatest superhero of all time. That is not facts. For example, that is not facts. First of all, he's not even a superhero. He has tools, but fight me. So, it's opinion. Warthogs make great pets. Maybe your friend's saying that because they want Pumbaa at their house, but maybe you don't agree with that. That sounds like an opinion to me. So you're going to label these as fact or opinion. The last one is elves are real. That's why there's an elf there. I personally don't think elves are real. I think that is not a fact. And I also think it's not an opinion, but we're gonna call it an opinion. Just like some people believe that ghosts are real, some people don't. And I do want to hear your ghost stories, by the way. So keep them inside and remind me to talk about it with you when I get back there. You can talk about them with the sub too if you want. I'm sure they would be entertained. So, slides 2 and 3. And then you're done with that. And then the last thing is just talking about this World It en route project. So, all you got to do is it says sign in Google accounts for the site. And it has a copy of what you need to do for the project. We'll get into that later. I just want to have you check it out if you have time. This is my little baby that I've been working on for you. We're going to make this site together. It's super exciting. I'm so excited about it. I'm geeking. So this is due on the 26th of March, which seems like a lifetime away, but also very soon. Don't you worry about a thing. It involves a lot of choices. So you got a lot of, this looks like a lot, this all pretty much just choice. And I'm going to show you how this looks. I'm working on a sample project right now. I want you to read through this, see what it is. And I'm going to make this sample project link live by the next time that we meet. Okay? Give it a look over if you have time. So each of this stuff is worth points, 40 points, 20 points, yada, yada, yada. See what 90 points. Yoicks! You're going to be fine. It's 150 points total. But we're gonna work on it pretty frequently here. Especially after the ACT, it's gonna be pretty much just work time. And I'll step you through what you gotta do. Step you through what you gotta do. Poet and didn't know it. All right. So, I miss you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'm going to stop the video here because I actually got to go because something came up, like I said. Everything's okay, though. And I miss you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.